Welcome to another video, and today we are going to do past paper 2018 for textile, clothing and fashion, paper 2. This paper consists of 6 questions. Let's go into the video. The first question, name and describe the two main sources of textile fibers. One, we have natural fiber, we have man-made, or we can say synthetic fiber. They ask us to describe. So natural fibers, they are obtained from natural sources like plants and animal. Synthetic fiber, they are man-made fibers created from chemical substances. The next question, state the two given name to the row of stitches in knitting fibers in each of the following direction. So one, the lengthwise direction is the warp, and the crosswise direction will be the webbed. And this is just an explanation here. You don't have to. All they ask you for is just the lengthwise direction and the crosswise direction, all right? So the warp is the lengthwise thread in the woven fabric, and the webbed is the cross. That's all they're simply saying, all right? So remember now, only one mark for these responses, all right? Let's go to the next question. You are a supervisor in the fabric store. A shopper wanted some information on a new fabric made of a blend of lyocell and polyester fiber. This blend was suggested as a suitable choice for making formal wear dress for an outdoor afternoon event. Explain to the shopper two reasons why the lyocell polyester blend is suitable choice for a formal wear dress. All right, so one, it's for comfort, right? And the next one is for drape and style. They ask us to explain. So the lyocell is known as a soft, right? It have this luxurious feel and its ability to wick away the moisture. This made the fabric comfortable to wear, especially in warm weather. Polyester, on the other hand, is breathable and is lightweight, right? So together, those properties ensure comfortable experience even in the heat or an outdoor afternoon event. Let's talk about the drape and style. So lyocell naturally drape adds to the overall elegance of the dress, while the polyester provides the structure and the shape. So this combination is also beautiful. So it gives a flowing silhouette that both stylish and comfortable to wear. 4 marks. Next question. Describe 3 properties of fabric that could be suitable for making clothing for a stage performance working in an high-end club. All right, so name 3 properties. So let's go to the answer. All right, the 3 properties that I chose is stretch and flexibility, shine, the sheen of it, or the reflection quality, breathable and comfort. Let us describe. When I talk about stretch and flexibility, the fabric should have stretch, right? So it have this little spandex or jersey, so the performer can be moved freely, right? And have some dynamic action going on, right? The next one is sheen, right? And the reflective quality. So a fabric with a sheen, like a satin, right? So it would catch the club light beautiful, helping the performer stand out and look glamorous on the stage. The next one is breathable and comfort. And we know we need comfort, yeah? So performing on the hot stage lights can be exhausting, right? So the fabric should be breathable and more comfortable for that performer. 6 marks. Question number 2. Define the term primary color as it relates to the color wheel and give one example of a primary color. So a primary color that cannot be made by mixing any other color together. It is a base color used on the wheel for all colors on the color wheel. So it's an example of a primary color will be red. All right. Say 2 reasons for adding color to fabric. All right, one, to make the fabric more attractive and visible, have a visible appeal, and to express style, your mood, or the brand identity. 2 marks. State one difference between natural dye and synthetic dye. So natural dye are made from plants, animals, or minerals, while man-made or synthetic dyes are made from chemicals in the lab. A uniform committee is in the process of choosing a new fabric for work shirt for the male in the organization. Recommend one fabric that is suitable for the shirt and one fabric finish that could be appropriate. So one suitable fabric will be cotton, and one fabric finish will be wrinkle resistant finishes. All right. Explain one reason to support your answer. Well, for cotton, it is breathable, it is comfortable, it is strong, making it ideal for a work shirt. And another example you can give if you want to do the fabric finish, you could say it helped the shirt stay neat and smooth throughout the workday. So you can choose any one of these responses, all right? Good. Next question. List 3 instructions for laundering a pair of black trousers made from 85% polyester and 15% wool. All right. List 3 instructions. Right. Wash in cold. Let me put this up. Yeah. Wash in cold or lukewarm water on a gentle cycle. 2, use a mild detergent designed for the delicate fabric. And 3, let me put that up. Air dry flat or hang to dry, avoiding direct heat. All right, 3 marks. All right, so this question, I will do this question at the finishing of the video because I have to draw. I have to do a sketch. So it say in the space below, sketch 3 appropriate care label, which could be used as a guide for laundering these trousers. All right. So I'm going to give you this drawing at the end of the video. All right, next question. Question number 3. Outline 3 reasons individuals select the clothing that they wear. 1, for personal style and your self-expression. They said to outline. So people choose clothes to show off their personality, their mood, and of course, their creativity. Another one, comfort. All right, so they pick clothing that feels good and suit the weather, right? The activity or even the environment. A next one for social influence and trend. You want to be trendy, yeah, as a designer. So fashion trend, peer pressure, cultural expectation can strongly influence clothing choices as well. That is 6 marks. The next question is a drawing. So I have to do this question at the ending of the video. So in the space provided, sketch a back view of a bridal dress that could be worn for a cool condition in a late evening. So we're going to leave this response for the ending of the video. List 3 features. So when I give you the drawing, I'll give you the features as well. So let's move on to the next question quickly. You are a men-wear designer and have contracted a small formal wear factory to make tuxedos for grooming, right? Outline one important role of each of the following employee who will work on the tuxedos. All right, so one of the employees they say will be a pattern maker and one will be a quality control worker. So what is a pattern maker? So the pattern maker is responsible for creating the initial pattern for the tuxedo, right? So they translate the design into paper or a digital pattern that guide them for cutting those fabric pieces, ensuring the tuxedos fit perfectly and align with the design style. And the control worker role is to inspect the tuxedo during and after the production to ensure they meet the required standard, right? They check for issues like fabric defect, stretching of the quality, proper finishing, ensuring each tuxedo is flawless before sending them out. 2 marks. Next question. Name two government agency responsible for ensuring the consumer rights are upheld and state one function, right? One of the consumer rights or agency will be a fair trade commission. The function to investigate, right, to get complaint or of unfair business practices, right, such as misleading prices and deceptive advertising to protect the Caribbean consumer right. Another one will be Consumer Fair Division or Commission. So they monitor and enforce compliance with consumer protection laws. All right. So the goods and services, the weight of the item, and all of those will be in consideration. 4 marks. Name two of the major fashion silhouettes. You have a line and hourglass. 2 marks. You plan to use a glazed floral medium weight cotton fabric to make soft furnishing for your home. Stay the room you will choose. So I will choose my living room. That's 1 mark. And they say suggest two articles of the soft furnishing that you'd make from the fabric. So I will choose a choke cushion and a window drape, nice window drape, and some choke cushion for my living room. 2 marks. This one is very easy. All right, next question. Outline one reason why the fabric should be suitable for making one of the article. All right. So the medium weight cotton provide enough body and durability to maintain the cushion shape on the regular use. While the glaze finish made the surface lightly more resistant to stain and easily to wipe clean, ideal for a living room accessory. 2 marks. All right, this is another question I have to do it at the end of the video. So in the space provided, sketch one soft furnishing to show how two notions, right? We know notions are trims, right? Can be used to decorate it, label the notion. So we're gonna do that after. Little cushion, 5 marks. Question number 5, define the term textile as an elegant of design. So we say textile in design refer to the surface, quality, or free of a material, which can be tactile, the physical or visual implied. It describes how something feels to the touch, like the smoothness and the roughness and the softness and the hardness of that particular material, or how it appears to feel based on its appearance. Like it's glossy, it's matte, and the list goes on. All right, 2 marks. State two types of line that is used in fashion design. So we have vertical lines and we have horizontal lines. 2 marks. Explain the figure illustrate created by one of the line identified. So the vertical line, right? So these lines run up and down and are often used to create a slimming effect, right? Making the wearer look a little bit taller. The vertical lines now, these lines run across the body and can be used to create the illusion of the width and the width or balance, often highlighting certain areas of the body like the hip and the chest. 2 marks. This is another question I'm going to do at the final part of the video as well. So in the space provided, sketch a garment showing two style features suitable for a person with a large bust and a narrow waist hip. And we are going to label those two features. All right, this is another one. I have to do a drawing as well, but let me read the question. All right, the neck and the arm all of the dress show in figure 1 should be finished, right? So in the space provided, sketch a diagram of the front neckline and the arm hole facing required for finishing the dress in figure 1 and show the grain line and the mark of the sketch. We're going to do that after. All right, this one we actually can do. All right, so it's say look at the figure. Study the design of the front view. So this is the front view of figure 2, right? So we have some darts here. All right, let's go here and see the next question. So explain how the dart, explain how the dart in the basic dress pattern shown in figure 2. So we're going to explain the dart here. Should manipulate to derive at the front of the design here. So when we finish with the dart, it should be looking at figure 3. So how can we make those changes? One, identify the closed original dart that we have. To eliminate each dart, cut one leg of the dart, right? And then pivot it, right? The pattern so that the two legs meet and close together. All right. The next one we can smash from the apex of the new style line. So from the bust apex there, draw a new princess seam line or design line show in figure 3. For example, the curve on the seam and the shoulder and the waist, or a diagonal armhole cut to the waistline. And then the next point we could do is remove the original dot that we have. So the original dot that we have here, we could remove it, right? And then so ease the old dart leg and up and the notches together, and your finished front pattern will have no waist, no waist, sorry, or a side seam dart would be in the curve. So now we have the curve, so you have no waistline here. See, no waistline because we merge them together. Hope you understand this one. This one's a tricky one, but I hope you get it right. All right, number 6, safety first should be the most important consideration in the work environment. List 3 pieces of safety information that list 3 pieces of safety information that person could know in order to ensure in an event if they need to evacuate a classroom, right? So know the location, exit, assemble point detail, and alarm and alert procedures. State three common hazard that must be avoided in clothing laboratory. Electrical hazard, sharp object, and flammable material. All right, they gave us a figure here. Figure 4 show a sketch of pajama made from a medium weight navy blue satin. All right. Name one seam that could be best suitable for the construction. So we'll do a welt seam. State 2 property of that seam that could be suitable and explain. All right. 1, it have good stretch, so pajama fabric especially, it goes and repeating stress, undergo repeated stress from movement and laundering, right? So a strong seam prevent the seam from bursting out or fraying out, yeah. Ensuring that the pajama remain intact and have a long lasting effect. The next one will be flexibility, stretch recover. So when you stretch it and then it goes back to its original size. So pajama require comfort and ease of movement, right? A flexible seam at the welt allow the fabric to stretch lightly without breaking the stitches and maintaining comfort while wearing movement and stretching during sleeping. All right, the color and interfacing have been cut and are ready for assembly for the pajama. List 3 step required for the preparation of the color for attachment of the neckline. So 1, you could do a stay stitch for the color edge. Fuse or sew interfacing. So you apply the interfacing to the wrong side of the color fabric, and then you trim and clip the seam allowance, and then you press the color pieces together. All right, next question. The jacket of the pajama in figure 4 on page 21, yes, show the buttonhole and the fastener. So name one suitable fastener other than the button and the buttonhole that could be used. All right, and our answer will be zipper. Let me go and do the part that we left off for the end of the video. We'll be back. All right, so let us go to the questions now that we left off. All right, so the first one say, in the space provided, sketch 2 appropriate care symbol. All right, so this was the appropriate care symbol that we chose. So we have washing symbol. So you could choose any of those symbols. Let me get this bigger for you. Any of those symbols and you write it. So if you want to write machine wash where, then you do that symbol and you label it, right? Machine wash cold, machine wash hot, machine wash delicate. Any of these machine wash sign you could write and you label. They asked for three, so another one, let me get this bigger for you. This could be drying symbol. So you could do dry flat, line dry. Any of these symbol you could write, right? And then you label. Another one is iron symbol, and we have more. So you could do not iron, that's a sign. Iron, high temperature, iron, no steam. So any of these symbol, you could just write one and label. All right. Next question. In the space below, sketch the front view of a bridal dress. Remember the question we talked about the bridal dress? So we are going to do the back view of it. So this is I did the front and the back. So this is a back view we're going to focus on. So remember to bring your pencils because you're a clothing and textile student, and you can bring your crayons as well for your exam. So this is a back view that we are focusing on. All right, list four features. So we have the length of the dress, that will be one feature. So the length of the dress, and this length will be a full length dress. Go back on the photo, is a full length dress for the bridal. The neckline, so the V neckline. The sleeves, so we have no sleeves, so it's sleeveless. It's another feature. And the fabric that we have, and you can do any fabric that you want, the silk, cotton, velvet, and the list goes on. All right, so you just name four features. Good. Next question. In the space provided, sketch one soft furnishing and suggest two notion or trim that could use to decorate. Remember, we're talking about the cushion. All right, so this would be, say you make a line and you draw your cushion, and you know you can do your cushion 12 by 12, 18 by 18, it doesn't matter. And then they ask us to do a label. So we could do piping, so you can label at the end, the end of the cushion where you do the piping, and you can draw a tassel on it as well, and you could label that as a notion. So the piping will be the trim, and then the tassel will be the notion. All right, good. Next question. In the space provided, sketch a garment showing two-style feature of the person with a large bust and a narrow waist hip, and you're going to label. So you're going to do a sketch of a person with a large bust and a narrow hip. And this is a sketch, right? And then you're going to label the bust and you're going to label the waistline, all right? Good. So you're going to draw and then you're going to label. Remember, you're an artist now. All right, next question. The neckline of the dress shown here in figure in the space provided, sketch a diagram of a neckline arm required for the finishing of the dress and show the grain line. All right, so this is the neckline that we have, and so you're gonna draw the neckline. That is the front neckline and the arm also, you draw that, and then you label your green line symbol, and you know the green line symbol. All right, there you go. All right, so that is the end of the video, and I hope that you learned something, and all the best in your exam. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you learned something today. Bye.